I just finished watching the new direct for Kirby Air Riders, and this game is looking awesome. But before we start talking about Kirby, please take the time to subscribe and like the video. Alright, so a little thing about me is I've loved Kirby for a long time, probably almost around 30 years. Kirby's Adventure is one of my favorite games of all time. I've played many different Kirby games over the years, but I've barely played Kirby Air Ride. I didn't own a GameCube as a kid. I had a PS2, so I missed out on a lot of GameCube classics, and the only time I played Kirby Air Ride was back when I was like 11 years old. I went to a friend's house and we turned it on and I was awful at it. But over the years, I've seen people talk about this game. I've heard great things about City Trial, so I've always wanted to go back and experience that game. And even though I'm not a Kirby Air Ride fan, I was very excited to see the announcement for this game. And I'm so happy they did a direct. It's so awesome to see Sakurai again. I love his directs. I love how in-depth he goes into them. He has a great sense of humor. And it's so great just to see him do something else besides Smash Bros. And really just flex his freaking genius and creativity. So I really like the format of the direct. I felt like he showed off a lot of information, and I love how he sprinkled in a bunch of like character reveals and like ship reveals throughout the direct. It always made it exciting to see what we would see next, and I think he did a great job at selling this game. I'm very excited for it. I have some worries, and I'll get into those a little later. But for now, let's talk about the freaking character roster. It is looking super awesome. I know a lot of people online were afraid that Sakurai would just add characters that he developed from games such as like Kirby Superstar or Kirby's Dream Land. But we saw a good variety of characters. We saw Susie from Planet Robobot. We saw Magalore. So it was very exciting, and it's kind of going to be fun to like speculate on what other characters could be added. I hope they add Morpho Knight. He's very cool, and I'm hoping for my man Bugsy. I love Bugsy from Kirby's Adventure. That's always been like my favorite mini boss, so I hope they add a few more characters. But I really like the roster right now. I love that they added a bunch of like generic enemies as well. Waddle Doo, Starman, Cappy, they're all great characters. And I'm really impressed that Sakurai and his team implemented this new system where like every single character is able to use copy abilities. I think that's really awesome, and it's going to be very fun to see what kind of designs they came up with. We saw DDD with Link's hat, and I thought that was great. So I just can't wait to see what else they have in their pipeline. They also added so many new vehicles to the game. Those all have awesome designs and also like different gameplay mechanics to them. So the game really allows you to choose the type of playstyle you want, which is very awesome and nice to see. Next up, I want to talk about the actual levels. Sakurai actually showed one lap for the racing part of the game, and that beach level looks freaking awesome. I love how the water splits in half, and then you need to like pass by like this giant whirlpool. It's very dynamic, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. They also showed off a few other levels, and they look great as well. So level design, I'm very excited to see. But now we're going to talk about gameplay, and I don't know if I'm going to really love playing this game. I barely played the original, so I really need to go back and play it some more to see if I would enjoy this type of game. It looks very hectic. It looks very chaotic. And I'm so used to Mario Kart that I don't know if I'm going to get used to this type of gameplay style. It's very simple. This is very Sakurai. It feels very like, what if Smash Bros. Was a kart racer? The game looks like it's simple to play, but it's going to be tough to master. So like part of me is like, oh, I'm excited to try this game. It looks beautiful, looks awesome. But then the gameplay is like, oh, I'm not used to not having to accelerate myself and just like boosting constantly. So I'm on the fence. I'm going to go back, play the GameCube version, and if I have a great time with that, I'll for sure buy this game. But if I don't have a great time, I might have to skip this game. I don't know yet. But the other gameplay mode, City Trial, looks awesome. I'm a little disappointed that there's only one map. I feel like City Trial is like the big draw for this game. So I was hoping for you guys, the big fans of Kirby Air Ride, that you got like multiple maps to play in. But the map that we did get looks really awesome. And just seeing all the different events that could happen during gameplay is just wild. It's really cool. So this is a game mode that I would love to try. And I can't wait to try it on the original because I just hear great things about it. I love that Sakurai showed off the actual gameplay of the game. We got to see it fully. And it looks hectic and a lot of fun, but it's all going to come down to how the game controls. So I really hope that I can get used to these controls and really vibe with this game, because everything else about it, I really love. I really love the Smash Bros. Inspired UI. It really makes you feel like you're playing a game made by Sakurai and his team, and it just makes me so happy that he's able to work on something new, but still have that signature Smash Bros. Flavor to it. I love that the Direct really felt like a Smash Bros. Direct. The way that they showed off the characters, it was like a big reveal for each one. And then that final cutscene at the end of the trailer with like this new mysterious character. Now we're all wondering who this is. At first I thought it was Dark Matter, but then I looked over the video again and I guess it's not Dark Matter and it's some new character with like an exhaust pipe coming out of its eye. So does that mean this game is going to get a story mode? And if it has a story mode, then it's automatically going to be way more interesting than Mario Kart World. But I really loved the Direct today. I thought it was freaking information overload. So much information. There's probably stuff I didn't discuss here, but it really gave a nice overview of what to expect from Kirby Air Riders. And I'm very excited for the game. And I think Sakurai actually hinted that there's going to be another Direct before the game comes out in November. So I'm excited to see what else he has to show. For sure, there's more characters. Like, where's Marks? I really hope my boy Marks makes it into the game. But anyways, it was an awesome Direct. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and let me know if you plan on picking up Kirby Air Riders. Alright guys, take care.